So you guys are working a 9 to 5, right? A job where you're having to go in when you don't want to go in, when you don't feel like it. A job when you have to request off to go to a family reunion and then for whatever reason they say no. A job where there's there's someone there getting paid more than you. You feel like you're putting in more effort than them, and then there's still no compensation. Today we're going to talk about how do we replace our full-time career, our 9 to 5 job. How do we replace our 9 to 5 income, okay? So that we can buy back our time and have control of our time while receiving the same amount of money and having more of our time, so we can have more control of the things that we want to do every single day. So let's get right into it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Sawan Belcher. This is me taking action on Instagram. I'm a full-time real estate investor here in Greensboro, North Carolina, and I use real estate investing as a vehicle to produce income for me, whether I am asleep or whether I am awake. Okay, now this is important because we have to learn how to make income that's not attached to time. Okay, when we detach our income away from time, we kind of set up a different standard of money. Because if I don't actually have to work to get paid, then I can get paid every single day, multiple times a day, whether I am hanging out with my family, whether I am doing a training right now, whether I am talking to my friends, or whether I'm working. That is a huge benefit to entrepreneurship, is removing money away from time. Let me give you an example. When I go to sell a house, okay, when I go to sell one of the houses that I've purchased, some of those houses I will make $10,000. On other houses, I will make $50,000. It's not that I spent more time or less time on each of the houses. It's simply being able to get paid off of the result or the value you bring to the market. Okay. Now, before I was doing this full time, I was actually selling cars at Crown Honda. Sold cars there for 5 years, and literally it wasn't a 9 to 5. It was a come in at 8:30 in the morning. Okay, and then a leave at 9:30 at night. So I know for sure there was most weeks I worked 50 hours, 55 hours, but a lot of weeks I worked 60 hours, 65 hours. So, you know, that was tough. That was tough. And I want to share with you how I was able to leave that job, okay, and replace that income that I was making. I was on average, it was a sales position, so sometimes I'll be closer to 90, other times I'll be closer to 70. But I'm gonna show you how to create 70 grand of income, okay? How to replace your 9 to 5 income, okay, with monthly income, okay? So that way you can leave your 9 to 5 job, okay? This is gonna be almost the exact way I helped Noah. Last year he came down for an office event. Literally, these are the steps that I gave him, and he was able to leave his job. Okay, he was able to leave his teaching job. He was a teacher, and he was able to pick up 25 houses over 9 months to create, monthly income for him, and he ended up leaving his teaching job. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We are going to find a target group of people who are willing to pass over their mortgage to us. Okay, I know that already seems crazy, but I believe it's not hard. There are people right in your backyard, a mile away from you. Okay, literally, there are people within a mile away from your house right now who have a mortgage on their home, okay, and consider that mortgage to be a burden. The home ownership to them has no value. It has a negative connotation. They feel bad when they think about having to pay their payment or keeping up the maintenance on that house. They don't like it. And so for that particular reason, or being behind on their mortgage, not thinking that they're, fit for home ownership, or some other circumstance coming in their life that they feel like a mortgage is something that they can't bear at the time. Okay. Now, what you have to do is be willing and able to find these people. Okay. Now, the way you're going to find them is simply through marketing. Okay. It's simply through marketing. Marketing, let's not make this no big deal. What we have to do for marketing is choose one path. A lot of people are going to choose the easiest route, and that's picking up your phone. Okay. That's picking up your phone. So on your Instagram, you should be posting, hey, I'm looking to buy a property. Or you can say something a little more catchy, like, hey, if you need mortgage assistance, give me a call. I'm looking for my next rental property. You could say that, hey, I'm willing to take over payments if your payments are a burden. You want to put that on Instagram. You want to be sending it to everyone in your phone that's in your contacts. You might want to text them and call them. You want to put it on your Facebook. You want to tell everybody that you see in your church, on your job. You want to tell so many people that you start to get this conversation going, okay? That people are starting to talk to you about these different kind of issues that are going on, okay? Some of these people might not be behind on their mortgage, okay? Some of them just hate paying the mortgage. Literally, I purchased a property from this young lady, brand new construction house, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath condo with a 2-car garage and a pool. Okay, and this lady stayed there for 6 months after building it after a year and a half, and was willing to give me over her mortgage. She was 800 credit score, just bought a new Mercedes. Sweet house. But she didn't want this mortgage because of the person that lived beside her. So, hey, all you got to do is start telling everybody, hey, if you need mortgage assistance, let me know. I'm willing to take over payments. I'm looking to buy my next real estate investment property. I'm looking to buy my next rental. I'm looking to buy my next personal house. Tell thousands of people, literally everybody, okay? Now, when people start to reach out to you, what's most important is that we're looking for a house that's in really good condition. We're looking for a house that's in really good condition. We're not looking for an ugly house. We're looking for a pretty house. We're looking for a good roof, good central heating and air, good flooring. It might need some lipstick. It might need like a paint job or something, or it might need some light bulbs replaced. Nothing crazy though. Nothing crazy. We're looking for an overall really pretty house. Okay, we're looking for a really pretty house. Once you find that person that says, hey, great, the condition of the house is good. The next thing you wanna ask them is figure out why they're looking to sell it. Okay. If their reason for selling it is because personal matters, as in they can't afford the mortgage, personal matters as far as they lost a job, or if that's because physical, because they, got hurt and can't go up the stairs, or if they lost their job and now they can't afford to be there, or if they just got a divorce, and whatever their problem is, you need to figure out what that is, and then you need to solve their problem through conversation, okay? Now, what I typically do with these people is I educate them, hey, great, you can sell the house with a realtor. Here's the benefits of selling with a realtor. You can sell the house for cash. Here's the benefits for selling with cash. Or you can sell to me by having me take over your monthly payments. Now, here are the cons of realtors, cash offers, and the cons of this. Which one is going to be good for you? Which one is going to be best for you? Lay it out all on the table. Be super transparent. Okay, the more blunt and honest you are, the more trustworthiness will come out of this conversation. The more people will start to see you as being an advisor. Okay, and typically from what I've noticed, when I make these kind of offers, typically after about 6 or 7 of these offers, I'll get somebody that say, hey, I'll consider it. I'll give you this. Okay. Typically when you make this to 5 people, 2 people will say, hey, I'm open to it. 1 person will say yes. So the 2 people that say that they're open to it say, hey, look, this is super important to me. Whenever this transaction, goes through, your mortgage becomes more important than mine. So I want to make sure that the loan terms that I'm taking over are loan terms that I can commit to. I'm gonna take some time. I'm gonna take overnight to pray about this, and I want you to do the same. Until tomorrow, go ahead and send me over a mortgage statement so that way I can review the loan terms. And if it's something I'm comfortable with, tomorrow we can talk about what the next step looks like moving forward. What this does is separate you from being motivated, okay? It lets them know that you're in full control, you're making sound decisions, and you're not willing to do anything that's gonna put you in a bad situation. For them, it's also gonna allow them the opportunity to give up. It's gonna allow them the opportunity to give up valuable information. And when somebody gives you over valuable information and they hand it to you willingly, they send over that mortgage statement via text or email willingly, they almost commit it right then and there. Once you got that mortgage statement, at that particular time, what you're looking for in a deal is equity and cash flow, okay? Equity is the difference between what somebody is willing to pay for the house as is right now today, minus what you owe, and what's in between is called equity. Cash flow is the difference between what you have to pay every month versus how much income you can potentially have, okay? And that's the cash flow. If there's an opportunity to have equity, to be able to sell the property as is, or sell the property and have future value, and there's an opportunity to make monthly income, then you want to be sure that you solve the seller's problem by taking over their mortgage, okay? And typically, we use negotiation tactics to make sure that we don't have to bring a lot of money, if not no money, to be able to do this kind of deal. I'm talking about one deal with zero. Actually, I've done several deals, maybe 15 or so deals where I bought zero to the seller, where the seller agreed to make zero. So I ended up coming up with an extra strategy where I got paid to buy that house. Okay, I've had some sellers agree to $750. I've had a lot of sellers agree to $1,000. That's typically where I try to be, $1,000 to $2,000. And then at that point, we have the opportunity to own an asset without owning the debt. Okay, and then we also have an opportunity to create monthly cash flow. Now, the minimum that I want you to accept is about $350 net cash flow. So after the mortgage, okay, $350 minimum, okay? So let's do some math real quick. Let's do some math. Now, Noah was able to do 25 houses in 9 months, okay? So we're just gonna go with his example. He's definitely not the best, okay? He's not the worst either, but he's definitely not the best, but I'm gonna use his example, okay? So $350 net, okay? Whatever your income is, let's just say it is, let's just say it's the median income of Greensboro, which is $30,000, which is $2,500 a month. $2,500 a month divided by 350. I need 7 of these deals. We need 7 of these deals, okay, to equal our current income. I hope you guys hear what I'm saying. Noah picked up 25 in 9 months. You only need 7 of these opportunities. Does that make sense? In Greensboro, every single week, there's a bank that's filing pre-foreclosure, okay? Banks are filing pre-foreclosure about 200 times a week. And all you need is 7 in order to leave your 9-to-5 using this strategy. There are a lot of intricacies in this. There is some necessary paperwork, and so there's definitely a lot to learn about this, but this is how you can leave your 9-to-5 job and buy back your time, so that way you can make the same amount of money that you would make at your 9-to-5, going to work, you know, getting prepared to go to work. Think about the mental change that it takes for you to be at work and deal with all of that. You can do that same thing and be at home. Remember, you don't need all 3 to do a deal. You just need 2 to do you. Peace.